Okay, so I was here, and as y'all can see earlier, it was still kind of packed, and it's growing. Like, more people showed up. It's good to see something like this, but unfortunately, with things like this, you get this, where you can't even get in. Because it's just so packed. That's the good thing that you want to see, if people are concerned about, you know, their community. And it's a beautiful thing to see all kinds of people here. It's not just African American. It's a lot of other races who are here. But unfortunately, I'm sorry y'all have to hear that. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give this a close because there's no way I can get in here. I'm gonna try. I'm trying right now, as y'all can see.
One and or two of these things here. We put it to 1.5 minutes, all right? So be like Twitter, make it quick. I know y'all know how to say things short and sweet. All right, we got a timer down here too, all right?
Should I start now?
Right now.
Hello, my name is Monica Smith. I'm with the Coalition to Defend Affirmative Action, Integration, Immigrant Rights, and Fight for Equality by any means necessary. And we also go by BAM. And I really want to say something about number one because I'm a lawyer and I've represented Michigan State students around racist hate crimes in which the black student got charges pressed against her for defending herself against an attack by a white student, and we weren't successful in that, but we got to keep fighting. I really want to address number two. I want to say that we have been telling the RAs and the administration about these racist incidences and what has been going on, and they have not done enough. And it's time to take action now, and it starts to planning what we're going to do to make this campus really ours right now, not waiting another second. In this meeting, we need to be planning out how to do that, or another meeting planning our actual plan of action. And what we've been doing the past few years has not been working. And I just want to give an example. At UC San Diego in California, in the library, a noose was hung, and what the black students did there is they had a march and they occupied the administration building, and they had a list of demands, and their demands were met. And some of their demands are similar to the ones that we should have now, which is increasing black and other underrepresented minority student enrollment on this campus. 10 seconds. Just the other demand we need to have is no victimization of black students for acting in defense of themselves and keeping themselves safe. No sanction of the new Jim Crow or driving out black students from their dorms on campus. It should be the racist white student who made the attack that should have to go or leave across campus or leave the university altogether, not us. And the final demand is that we want a policy of when a racist incident does happen on this campus, an actual investigation should happen. We either know who did it, like the young man said earlier, or they can find out and do an investigation of who did it. People talk, and that student needs to come out publicly. And we should vote on these demands and take action around it. And I invite the leadership here. I think that we should do a march. And it's okay to be angry. We have a right to be angry. We have something to be angry about. And I say at the end of this meeting, when we're done sharing, we do a march tonight and take action starting right now.
Hello, my name is Dilash. I'm the one who took that white girl's computer. Nah, just kidding. I'd like to focus on number two. You know, I'm brown. I've been called bad shit before, so I'm gonna focus on number two. One of the things that we need is a campus-wide educational campaign funded by President Simon that includes real-life narratives of experiences when we have been racialized and put them up everywhere on campus. Next, I think it's very important to keep the university accountable by documentation of these incidences. So I think BSA kind of has the right idea going, in which we should create a blog where everyone puts whatever experience they have had when they have been racialized or discriminated against, so we can put that on blast, create press releases for that, and let people know how MSU really does. Next up, I was really inspired by Amy Brown's experience. Sorry that happened to you. So I think we should do this thing that I just called Dine and Demand, where we all together go into these predominantly white cafeterias, and we just, okay, yeah, that's cool. We go there. I mean, we go to Mason Abbott, we go to, you know, what's that, Wonders, Yankley, thank you, and we all go occupy their kitchen. I'm sorry, their cafeteria, and we just all sit there so they know who MSU is. Yeah. All right, that's it then. I'm gonna order my tacos. So y'all order something though too. Let them know what we like. Let them know that we here.
And I'm the president of the W.E.B. Du Bois Society here on campus. It's an intellectual organization, as most of you know, Du Bois is intellectual. But I want to get at the heart of this problem, and it's bigger than just these superficial incidents of racism. I find it problematic that we sit here and we act like we're not racialized every single day. We have housing discrimination, we have income disparities, we're being oppressed. The languages we learn first are not our own, and so these issues are much bigger than someone hanging a doll or calling you a nigger. They're bigger than that. And I can't capture everything that I'd like to today, but what I'd like to say is that we need to be investigating our lives on a daily basis. And if we can't find something bigger than these one incidents, and if we can't look deeper and look at these systematic problems and say, hey, let's do something about the system, then we're not going to solve this problem. And so I don't want this to die here today, because I'll tell you what, we're past the days where we got to go in the back door to eat. Okay, we're past those days. We're at the days where we can't afford to go in the restaurant to eat, and that's just as oppressive. And so what I'm saying is, we have to get our consciousness. We have to get our consciousness up. And so here's my proposition to every one of you. If we can fill this room on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock in Case Hall 342 at the W.E.B. Du Bois Society, at the end of this year, we'll all be where we need to be at, consciously. And that's a proposition, that's a promise for me. That's a promise.
Hey guys, my name is Tamara Patterson. I'm an OCAD in Wonders, and my situation I wanted to address, number one, was during training we have to be here 2 weeks early. We do a retreat and all that jazz. We learn how to work the staff life system. And I am in Wonders, which is predominantly white dorm. So one day me and my staff, which is all white, we were out at Brody eating, and one of the Arabic staff members said, like, I'm tired of feminism. I'm over feminism. I'm going to start a male-ism. He said something of the nature, and then so one of my white staff members said, well, that's just like asking for white power. We already have it. And everybody looked at me, and I was like, I don't know what to say, but I just used it as a teacher moment and said, well, that's not okay, Charles. And I know Charles isn't racist. Charles comes to my room, he talks to me, he's not racist towards me, but I just told him, I don't know where you were going with that, but maybe you could have said it differently. Like, I don't know, how could you tell somebody that was wrong? But I think we need to educate people and let them know that stuff I did is not okay, because everybody that says stuff, it could have been how they were brought up, the community they were in. They don't know sometimes what they say is perceived as racist or prejudice. And also, so yeah, just use that as a teacher moment before you get mad and be malicious and act out like Amy said. Kind of use that as a teacher moment. And also, I wanted to shout out to whoever who did the Troy Davis painting of the rock. That was awesome. My white staff was asking me who was Troy Davis, and it gave me a minute to educate them on who Troy Davis was and what the situation was, and they were white. So shout out to whoever who did that, because that was awesome.
Hello, my name is Joshua, folks, and I just want to talk about an experience that I had. The other day I was in my suite mate's room, and I had a sandwich, and they asked me if I was going to eat it or not, and I was like, no, I'm trying to, cut back on a diet. And then my roommate, my own roommate, I was like, why are you going on a diet? And I was like, because I didn't want to be intimidating, because I'm like a bigger guy. And my own roommate, he said, oh, to be less intimidating, you have to change your skin color. Oh. Really? My roommate. just didn't think that was suitable. I don't know what he was trying to say. I was just like, what?
I know how you feel.
What's up with y'all? My name is Michael Moore. I had this situation where I went to go get my haircut at the barbershop on Grand River. And like, when I went up in there, they had like 3 barbershops up, 3 barber men up in there, and it was like asking me what, like, why did I come to the barbershop? And I was like, what you think I came to the barbershop? And then after I told him why, the reason why I came there, he was telling me that they don't do cutting people's hair until like a certain time. So I was like surprised and happy. Like he say there isn't anyone up in there that do cutting people's hair at this time. So yeah.
To look deep amongst ourselves and to ask what next. Now we have this huge attendance because of de facto racism right in your face. But when it's de jure, when it's things that are subtle, we tend not to come out for those like that. So I want to call to action to so that we can plan out the what next phase of this, because it's good that we have something right now, but it means nothing if you do nothing with it. So what next? Count.
I'm Ayole Lee. First off, this is beautiful that y'all came out. First thing I want to say is to all the black brothers, get yourself educated. Because I want to... The reason why I say that is because President Simon sent out that email, which we all know what it said. But if you really look at that and understand what we're saying, she had no compassion in what she said. And she didn't understand the magnitude of what she said. She said that she supports freedom of speech. Okay, President Simon, you support freedom of speech, but guess what? You're in violation of a Supreme Court case that happened in 1919. Hold on, y'all, hold on. The Supreme Court case is between SNCC versus the United States of America, and the ruling decision was a restriction is legitimate only if speech in question poses a clear and present danger, i.e. risk to safety and a threat or to public interest in a serious and imminent way. Basically, they just said the court has reasonable limits to be imposed on the First Amendment and guarantee of freedom of speech. No one may use freedom of speech to place others in danger. That black sister that had that written on her wall was placed in imminent danger, and that's a problem. Black brothers, educate our mind. Because we about to take all this over. Holla at me if you need some education. Holla at the brother if you need some education. Because it's all up here. Black sisters, calm down, calm down for a second. Y'all about to make me cry because this hurts me real bad. Black sisters, please understand we need y'all. The black brothers need y'all. We can't stand without y'all. We cannot stand together. So all I'm saying, y'all, all I'm saying is after this, like the sister said, let's not be reactive, be proactive. As soon as I heard about it, I started looking everything up because I knew she was going to say something to try to sweep this under the rug. And baby, that's not happening. It's not happening. Let's come together, y'all. Holler at me if y'all want to get educated, because I'm an educated black brother. I got it. I got it. All right.